Hello and welcome back to ROADTRIpVIA, the road trip ready trivia quiz made to be played in the car. Today's episode number 511, the category Brainy Tuesday number 17. Today's quiz is a 21 question random knowledge trivia quiz where all of the questions are just a little bit harder than your normal pub quiz, and actually today they're even harder than just a little bit harder. So put on your thinking cap. Good luck. Let's get started with question number 1. Though its more useful properties were discovered in 1929 by a Scottish biologist, it wasn't until 1940 that a method of manufacturing what antibiotic in large quantities was developed by Florian Chain. It was discovered in 1929 by Alexander Fleming. The answer is penicillin. Question number 2. The modern term derives from a walled section of the city of Venice to which the Jews were confined beginning in 1516. What term is used for the area of a city where disadvantaged members of one race, faith, or ethnic origin live together? The term for this area of the city is the ghetto. Question number 3. What is the name of the Greek scientist who, according to legend, ran naked through the streets shouting "Eureka" upon discovering the principle of buoyancy and a method for calculating volume through water displacement while taking a bath? He wasn't just naked for no reason. He had just gotten out of the bath. The answer is Archimedes. Question number 4. It is derived from the Latin for "you have the body." What is the term that became a part of English law when it was written into the Magna Carta in 1215 and is now part of the U.S. Constitution as well? What is this Latin phrase? You have the body, or habeas corpus. Question number 5. Created July 27, 1789 during the first session of Congress under the new Constitution, it was originally called the Department of Foreign Affairs. What is this oldest executive department of the federal government whose name was changed later that year? We now know it as the Department of State. Question number 6. The son of Odin and Frigg, the husband of the obscure goddess Nanna, and the father of the god Forseti, what beloved Norse god was killed by the blind god Hoder, who was tricked by Loki into throwing a fatal dart made of mistletoe? There are a lot of names in that question. The name we're looking for the answer is Balder. Question number 7. Also known as travelers, these wandering people are known for speaking the Romani language and traditionally leading an itinerant lifestyle. What is their common name that is derived from the mistaken belief that they originated in the country of Egypt? People used to believe they were from the country of Egypt, so they called them gypsies. Gypsy is the answer. Question number 8. Heparin, which is injected and has an immediate but short-term effect, and the coumarins, which are taken orally and they last longer. What is the name for these two substances that interfere with blood clotting? What is the general term for these two substances? You can say blood thinners, but the term we're looking for is anticoagulant. Question number 9. In September of 1776, what was the name of the Connecticut schoolmaster and the hero of the American Revolution who, when caught by the British and ordered to be hanged, said, "I only regret that I have but one life to lose for my country"? This Connecticut schoolmaster was Nathan Hale. Question number 10. Another one of the many cities built on 7 hills. In 1755, all but one section of it was devastated by an earthquake. What is the name of this city on the Tagus River that in 1422 officially became the capital of Portugal? The answer is Lisbon. Question number 11. These freshwater fish are native to the Caribbean and are popular in tropical aquariums. What is the name of the colorful fish that were discovered in 1866 on the island of Trinidad by the man whose name they bear? If you know the story, you know the guy's name was Robert John Letchmore Guppy. The answer is Guppy. Those little fish are called guppies. Question number 12. Occurring in the linkage of such molecules as those of carbon dioxide and chloroform, what is the name for the type of chemical bond that involves the sharing of electrons by 2 neighboring atoms? What is that type of chemical bond? With these, it's either ionic or covalent, and in this situation, it is a covalent bond. Question number 13. Its highest peak, the Volcano Tajumulco, is the highest mountain in Central America. What is this third largest Central American republic, bordered to the north by Mexico and to the south by El Salvador and the Honduras? The highest mountain in Central America is located in Guatemala. Guatemala is the answer. Question number 14. When most of the hydrogen in a main sequence star has been used up and the interior contracts and heats up, the exterior expands and glows with their typical color. What is this type of star of which Betelgeuse is a typical example? Betelgeuse is the name of a very popular red giant. Red giant is the type of star we're looking for. Question number 15. From the 1830s to the 1880s, what author published many books including The Secret Diplomatic History of the 18th Century, The Civil War in France, The Critique of the Gotha Program, and Das Kapital? Das Kapital was written by Karl Marx. Question number 16. It was from this man's line that came the men like Enos, Enoch, and Noah. Born when his father was 130 years old, what is the name of the third son of Adam and Eve who was sent to take the place of his slain brother? After Cain killed Abel, God sent them Seth. Seth is the answer. Question number 17. The fourth one wasn't stated until after the others, and thus is called the Zeroth Law. What is the name for this branch of chemistry and physics that states as its zeroth law that any systems at equilibrium with the same third system are at equilibrium with each other? The answer is thermodynamics. Question number 18. In 1928, he said, "Moving pictures need sound as much as Beethoven's symphonies need lyrics." But in 1940, his voice was heard on film. What actor's first speaking part came as the ruler of Tomania in the satire movie The Great Dictator? The Great Dictator, starring Charlie Chaplin. Question number 19. He first appeared in 1920 in a series of children's stories, and he shuns human patients in favor of animals. What is the name of the extremely talented linguist and veterinarian created by the American author Hugh Lofting? The answer is Dr. Dolittle, John Dolittle. And question 20. Literally translating to stone writing, what is the name of the planographic process that was invented in 1796 by Alois Zennefelder, where the design to be printed is drawn onto the surface and does not need to be engraved into it? What is this process that translates to stone writing? The answer is lithography. Lithography. All right, that wraps up the first 20 questions. We do have the question 21 tiebreaker coming up in just a second, if you need to stick around for that. This was episode number 511, Brainy Tuesday number 17, and I feel like it was a little bit more difficult even than most of the Brainy Tuesdays. So if you did good at all on this, if you got 10 out of 20, I'd consider that a win. If you did even better than that, you're impressive. If you did worse than that, you're probably right there with me. I wouldn't have done very good on this quiz either. But with the tiebreaker, you don't have to get it right on. You just got to be close. Question number 21. Due to excessive operational and maintenance costs associated with its harsh environment, Alcatraz, the American federal prison located on a small island in San Francisco Bay, was forced to close in what year? What year did Alcatraz close? Whoever gets closest is going to win the point. The last 27 inmates were removed in March of 1963. 1963 is the answer. You don't have to get it right on. Whichever player got closest to 1963 is going to win that point. And if after question 20 there was a tie, whoever just won that point just won the whole game. Congratulations. Thank you for watching. We'll catch you on the next trip.